Dear colleagues, first of all, I want to give a big thanks to our Canadian friends for hosting us here in the beautiful city of Vancouver. We've all been looking forward to this annual session, especially after the 2020 annual session here was canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But I know all of us on the committee are thrilled to be here today. My friends, in our recent meetings, I've repeatedly made the point that we can't just go about business as usual. Too many are suffering and dying. We cannot afford to waste time. We need to put all our efforts into ending Russia's genocidal war. It's hard to find the right words to express the outrage and condemnation we feel about the atrocities Russia is inflicting on the Ukraine and its people. For this reason, I'm grateful for the presence of the Ukrainian delegation and their active participation in this committee. To my Ukrainian friends, I know it is a lot for you to come all the way here, but through your lived experience and understanding of this war, you help us to do more and to do better to support Ukrainian victory. Slava Ukraini. The Russian Federation continues its illegal military invasion and aggressive war against Ukraine, targeting civilians, destroying infrastructure, and committing unspeakable acts of violence, including torture, rape, and murder. This madness must stop. We must stand united and strong to show the world that the OSCE EPA will not tolerate aggression and will protect the values we all signed up for. The invasion is a blatant attack on the Helsinki Final Act, plain and simple. We made that clear last year in Birmingham when we denounced Russia's aggression against Ukraine, and we must do it again here. And we'll keep doing it as long as it takes. At our winter meeting in Vienna, we didn't mince words when we condemned Russia's aggression, even with their delegation in the room. We demonstrated our unity and made it clear that violence and aggression won't be tolerated in this assembly. Today, we need to keep that spirit alive and show our unity against Russia's aggression and its efforts to undermine the OSCE and its institutions, including this body. Our assembly has been loud and clear about our principles. Over the past year, we've been working hard to support Ukraine, amplify their voice, and provide assistance where it's most needed. In particular, I want to highlight OSCE PA Special Representative Dr. Daniel de Ritter and Reinhold Lopaka for their tireless effort in support of this assembly's work in Eastern Europe and parliamentary dialogue on Ukraine. The Russian war of aggression in Ukraine and its continued clear, gross, and uncorrected violations of the Helsinki Final Act and OSCE values is causing unimaginable suffering for the Ukrainian people. This war is an attack on European security and growing threat to global peace. Russia's dangerous rhetoric about using nuclear weapons, on top of its complete disregard for international security mechanisms and military transparency, like the Vienna document and code of conduct, pose significant risks to European and whole OSCE region. Russia's announced withdrawal from the Conventional Forces in Europe Treaty also underscores its reckless and bad faith approach to arms control and confidence building measures. The consequences could be dire for the citizens that we all represent as parliamentarians. Meanwhile, recent events show us that Putin's use of deniable mercenary formations like the Wagner Group not only breeds corruption and inflicts terror on Ukraine, Africa, and the Middle East, but can also be a major destabilizing factor within Russia itself, with potential global implications. Colleagues, our committee discussions today are absolutely crucial, and I'm sure our efforts here will be productive. I'm confident that the work we do in the next few days will show unwavering support for the people of Ukraine and send a message to Russia and the world that we see Moscow's imperial warmongering and genocide for what it is. This matters. Ukraine fights and wins not because of its material superiority, but the righteousness of its cause and the morale of its courageous and heroic people. Their suffering and hardship are only outweighed by their strong desire for freedom. Our solidarity and support make a real difference towards winning the fight and further isolating Russia's criminal regime internationally. As always, I want to thank my fellow committee officers, Vice Chairman Costel Dunava, and our Rapporteur, Lorenas Kashunas. Our Rapporteur has put together a terrific and comprehensive document that we'll be using as the basis for our work this week. So many thanks to dear Lorenas for your hard work with the help of the International Secretariat. I know we're all eager to hear from you. Finally, I want to express my gratitude to all of you for the commitment you demonstrate being here and for your willingness to contribute to our important work during these dangerous times. I am looking forward to our discussions and exchanges over the next few days.